Is it 6 or 7? Is it... What? Is it... Is it 90? Is it 96 or is it not? No. Fuck. Is it 7? No. Fuck. No, I think it... No, not... No. Is it... What numbers? Is this... Fuck. Is this 9... Is this 97? No. No, yesterday was 95. No, no, actually, yesterday was, no, that was 94. No, wait, no, that was 95. So that means this one's 96. No, wait, no. I'm wrong. No, actually, I think it's 97. No, is it 97? No, actually, I think it's, no, oh, that's not good. Oh, fuck, okay. So that would mean, so if yesterday, 18, okay, no, wait, no, that was yesterday. No, okay. Is that, no, yes, okay, wait a second. Okay, okay, all right, hello? Is this on? Hello? I should, fuck, give me 1 second. Fucking... Is this... Hello? Can you hear me? Fuck. Oh! Okay. Oh. Hold on. Here you go, Max. There you go. Oh. One second. Oh, fuck. No, fuck. God damn. Okay. That's not gonna work. Alright. Here we go. Okay. Oh, shit. Hello? Is this thing on? Okay. Hello? Fucking shit. Can you see me? Can you... Hello? All right. Okay. The Above It All show, guys, and non-guys. So welcome to the show today, everybody. I would like to do a show, today, ideally. Is this on? My dogs are goth. Ali CIA. Looney Tune. Nina. Gary. Sandy. Rip. Cloud. Bongo. Schmegley. Atticus. And Lindsay are in the showgram for today. This is the Above It All show. 1890, whatever it is. And we're doing a show today. I voted today. I voted. I'm a voter. Not only am I a voter, but I'm a registered voter. You know, as opposed to all of those unregistered voters out there. You know the ones. And so I'm voting. Oh, well, actually, I voted. And I would like to make a stunning announcement on today's program. And I'm gonna have to take my headphones off for this one, just because it's very serious, and I don't wanna look goofy. You know, I gotta make sure people can see my raggedy ass appearance. I voted today. And you know, I'm a lefty from way back. Everyone knows this. You know, some people might not know it, but I've been a lefty as long as I use my right hand to write, just to be honest with you. But in every other way, I'm a lefty. You know, I walk with my left foot forward. And you know, I used to be, you know, a lefty, but I'm still a lefty, right? Because, you know, obviously things don't change that easily. But I was sitting there. I was voting today, everybody. I was voting today. And, I voted. And so when I was voting, I went to the voting location. I voted early. Because it's not Tuesday, it's actually Sunday. And I went to the voting location and I voted. And so I want to describe that process. I want to share that with you guys and non-guys. About me voting. I was voting today. And again, I'm a left-winger. I'm a lefty. You might not know that if you're new here, but but anyway, so I walk in, there's a building, and it said on the sign, it said vote here. And so I voted I went to the vote. Well, I did vote actually, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, so I voted. Let's back up a little bit. Well, actually, no, so anyway, I walked into the voting location. And so then I voted, and they handed me this ballot. And, on the ballot, you know, I look at the ballot. Here I am. I'm voting. It's happening. I'm voting. And again, I'm a lefty. Always been, always will be. And so I voted. And so I was looking at the choices for president, and I saw, on the top of the choice list, I saw Kamala Harris. And that's how I learned that her middle initial is D, apparently. Did anyone know that? I didn't. Anyway. And then I noticed, it hit me. I was like, wait a second. Kamala Harris is up first. Why is she first on the list? Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. D comes before K, so why is Kamala Harris at the top of the list? Well, D stands for Democrats, obviously, so Democrats go up first, right? Right? What about G stands for Greens? G for Jill Stein. You know what I mean? Jill Stein, G. And so it got me to thinking that it's all fucking rigged. It's all rigged. And so I was staring blankly at this ballot, and I was like, why is Democrat Kamala Harris up first? Her middle name is a D. It starts with a D for Democrat. And like, it would be like if it was Donald R. Trump, you know, a little too on the nose. So I'm staring at this ballot, right? I'm taking my glasses off. You know, I'm scratching the shit out of my eyes. I'm like, is that true? There's no way that Kamala Harris is up first. And so there's just no way. And so I was sitting there and I had a crisis. Now, again, I'm a lefty. I sat there. I said to myself, there's no fucking way that Kamala Harris is up first on this ballot. They're literally trying to rig this election right down to the ballot. We all know that there's going to be people out there that don't know who to vote for. There's tons of us out there. I mean, tons of them out there, undecided voters. They're not going to know. They're just going to fill in who's ever first. And so that got me to thinking, if they're going to cheat, which, you know, it started me down a certain thought process. So there I am, filling out my ballot. People behind me in line are like, hey, I'm trying to fill out my ballot. They're trying to vote in the election too. I start sweating. I'm like, some of the droplets of sweat from my forehead land onto the ballot in front of me. And I'm just thinking, can I go through with this? So I start filling in the bubble with Kamala Harris. And I stop. I'm halfway through. I filled in the bubble halfway through. wasn't actually a bubble, it was a box, but that's a whole separate story. Anyway, so I'm filling in this bubble box, the box, and then I'm like, fuck, I've already committed, and then so I ask there's an older, she's older than me, but I think anyway, and so I ask her, can I get another ballot? I fucked up, and then they're like, no. What? So you're telling me, what if I made a mistake on the ballot, like, I don't know, writing outside the bubble, and then, like, so then what, would my vote get thrown away? What about democracy? So then I'm struggling there, I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck do I do right now? It's all over, I've already committed, I'm voting for genocide. I cannot go fucking through with this. So I'm sitting there staring at the ballot, I'm thinking, what the fuck do I do? So I beg. I get on my knees. Right there. There's everyone waiting in line behind me, and they're like, what the fuck's going on? So the lady in charge of the election, and of course it's a woman in charge of the elections, right? And we all know what women, so she was like, all right, fine, I'll give you another ballot, but wait in the back of the line, they're trying to vote. So I go back in the line, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, fuck, all right, can I go through with this? I don't think I can go through this. I almost voted for Kamala Harris, and then I was like, fuck, I need another, can I really sit there and vote for genocide? While Jill Stein is on the ballot. And she doesn't support genocide. So I was thinking to myself, could I really do it? Could I really vote for Kamala Harris? I was in a crisis, and I got out of line. Not in the sense of that I was crying on the floor. That was totally in line. That was acceptable. But I got out of the line waiting to vote. And I decided I have to go outside. I got to breathe. I can't deal with this. I was hyperventilating. And because I'm thinking to myself, I can't vote for genocide. I just can't do it. And I'm thinking, but if I don't vote for genocide, then Donald Trump is going to get elected. Right? And I was like, fuck. And so I was out there. I was outside the building where I could vote early. I early voted. And so I was sitting there. I was hyperventilating. Someone walks up to me and they say, "Are you okay?" And I tell them straight up, no. No, I'm not okay. I almost voted for genocide. I almost did it. I started filling in the bubble. I was halfway done and I broke down. I told them, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can vote for genocide. The Democrats, just to be clear who I'm talking about here, in case you didn't know. I didn't know. I fucking lost it. I didn't know. So that, the person who walked up to me said, "Oh, genocide?" They looked at me and they didn't know what I was talking about. They'd never heard of genocide before. And then I asked them, "Who are you voting for?" And they said, "Oh, I can't tell you that. We're within 100 feet. I can't. I said, "Come on. Hey, let's just walk 101 feet. Let's just tell. I just want to know. I'm in a moment of crisis. Just tell me who you voted for." So we walk whatever I think it's 101 feet, wherever the signs are. We walk by the signs. And she told me, "I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris." And then I asked her, "Well, but what about the genocide?" That's what I asked her. I asked her about the genocide. And she didn't know what I was talking about. She said, "What genocide?" And I said, "In Israel. They're genociding in Israel. And Kamala is in charge." And then this voter, maybe she voted after this or maybe not. I don't know. She told me, "But Kamala Harris is the vice president. She's not actually in charge." And that made me think for a second. Wait, hold the fucking phone. She's the vice president? How come no one told me that before? I didn't know she was a vice president. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I knew she was a vice president. Come on. What do you think? This is a fucking elaborate troll here? No, I'm just kidding. I knew she was a vice president. But this person She told me, she reminded me even, I knew that already. She reminded me Kamala Harris is the vice president of these United States. And then that reminded me that she's never been president. And then I was thinking, well, Jill Stein's never been president either, right? So then I was thinking, well, if I'm going to vote against genocide, and I want to vote for someone who has experience opposing genocide, I've got to make the right decision. And in that moment, I decided, it felt like in the moment when Goku saw his best friend Krillin get exploded in midair, it dawned on me, I know what to do. I almost went through with it. I almost voted for genocide. And then I was thinking, well, if I want to vote against genocide, I should vote for Jill Stein. But Jill Stein's never been president. She's not going to win. So who else on the ballot is capable of stopping the genocide in Israel? And I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to vote for Jill Stein, I mean, that's basically a vote for Donald Trump. So I might as well just vote for Donald Trump. And that's what I did. I walked right back in there. There was someone else waiting in line, and I saw them frustratingly walk out. And they said, I can't believe this. And I asked them, what happened? What went on? And they said they wouldn't let me vote with my MAGA hat on. And I was like, that's the final straw. So I asked that person, you have a MAGA hat? And they said they had 5. So I asked them for one. I said, you know what? I walked in here today to vote for Kamala Harris, and then I decided on the walk over, I got to support the big boy. So I went in there, MAGA hat in hand. They only told me I couldn't wear it, so I carried it in my hand. Loopholes, everybody. But they all knew what it was. No political apparel was allowed to be worn. Wasn't wearing it. But anyway, so I walk in there, fresh in my mind, that there is no way I will vote for genocide. And I get my second ballot, and I fill in Kamala Harris, because I'm not a fucking... Okay, come on now. Anyway, this is the Above It All show. I'm going to get canceled for that one. Going to be talking about the news today, everybody. There's a lot going on with this election. And I hope that... with that introduction, I've hopefully alienated everyone in my audience. I hope with that. And now that nobody's watching, I get to just say whatever the fuck I want. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's check this out here. We got some articles. Has anyone been seeing what's been going on with Iran? Has anyone been seeing this? Iran. This is crazy. So I was browsing Fox News, as I often do. I was browsing Fox News, and I came across this. An article about Iran. Iran claims it is capable of building nuclear weapon as Ayatollah vows, quote, tooth-breaking response to Israel. Tooth-breaking? Iran? Now, as an American, I was browsing Fox News and I saw this and I thought to myself, what? These Democrats are going to let Iran break our teeth? So then I decided that can't be true. There's no way that that's true. There's no way that the Democrats would allow Iran to build a nuclear weapon. There's no way! Or is there? Let's read. Iran claimed it is capable of building a nuclear weapon, as Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei vowed a tooth-breaking response to the actions of both Israel and the us. Us, that stands for us, because we're the good guys. Us! Think about it. If we weren't the good guys, why would our country be called us? All right? Think about it. Think about it. Us. A top advisor to Khamenei, Kamal Karazi, issued the warning about Iran's nuclear... You ever hear people pronounce it Iran? 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 What? That shit says Iran. Anyway, nuclear's capacity on Friday, saying that the country may be prepared to alter its policies on nuclear weapons if the nation faces an existential threat. So this morning I was reading this as I was browsing Fox News like a good American, and I was thinking to myself, there is no way the Democrats would allow this to happen. Democrats, of all people. Democrats. Are you serious right now? Democrats would allow this to happen. Wow. Democrats? Huh. And then that got to me thinking, well, how the fuck could Democrats allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon? So I went to the internet. I went to Google this morning as I was reading this article. And I typed in, how do Democrats let Iran build a nuke? And there was a message on Google, on the top screen of Google. This message said to me, it said to me that the Democrats, so there was the Iran nuclear deal, apparently some time ago, and then it went away for some reason, and Democrats never actually went out there and got another Iran nuclear deal. Sorry, I was looking at the chat and someone said million. Sorry. I'm on drugs right now, just bear with me. And so I was like, wait, whoa. So I was thinking to myself, how the fuck... So Democrats ripped up the nuclear deal? Why? Why would anyone rip... So we had a deal. Like 10 years ago, there was a deal to stop Iran from building nukes. Now there's no deal. What? What? So I got to be thinking that there's something fishy here. There's something fishy here, right? This smells like fish, and I'm a vegetarian, not a pescatarian, so I don't eat fish, and I cannot tolerate the smell of fish. If someone brings fish in the house, I open the windows. Can't do it. So I was thinking to myself, this is fucking fishy. This is fucking fishy. I was thinking, that's what I thought to myself this morning when I read this article for the first time, because I'm an American and I like to browse Fox News for education. And so I was thinking to myself, so there was an Iran nuclear program. There was a deal to prevent them from building nukes. Now there's not. Who's currently in office? Kamala Harris as president. I mean, what is she? I don't know. And I was thinking to myself, well, that's fucking strange. And so I did more digging, and I found out that Kamala Harris is going out of her way to allow Iran to build this nuclear weapon. They're going out of their way. You know, she's currently, you know, it's like you're walking down a path on the sidewalk, and then, you know, there's something else, and then you just leave the sidewalk, and then you go in another, and then that's what she went. So she went out of her way to prevent another Iran nuclear deal from happening, I guess, or something. But then I saw, and this one I couldn't believe, and I thought it was unbelievable. I saw an article. I saw this article. I didn't click on it, obviously, because I would never do that. But I saw this article, and I thought it was from a left-wing site, and the headline said that Donald Trump ripping up the Iran nuclear deal and its devastating consequences. But I was thinking, wait a second. But I thought Kamala Harris was president. So that got me wondering. Iran's going to blow us all to kingdom come. Democrats are basically saying Trump's fault. But Kamala is in the presidency, or the vice, whatever, it's the same one. And I was thinking, and So they're going to let Iran build a nuke. And then they're going to tell us that Trump did it. And so that's when I marched all the way back to the voting location because I early voted. And I decided I had to cast my ballot another time. I asked the lady, I already voted earlier, but I changed my mind. I changed my fucking mind because I was reading an article. I told this lady about how Democrats let Iran build a nuke and then blamed Trump. And so I told her I had to do the right thing. I had to do the right thing. So I walked back in there and the lady said, sorry, once you vote, it's over. That's strange. That's weird. I asked, what if my grandma who has dementia went to go vote and she wrote in Ronald Reagan because she thought it was 1984, which, by the way, is very similar to this whole situation, 1984. And so I walk back in there and then this lady says to me, even your demented grandma, who died, by the way, she's dead, even your demented grandma wouldn't be allowed a second ballot. So I flipped my shit. I said that they're trying to rig it. They're trying to rig the election. And after a bunch of complaining and screaming, I even kicked. Not anybody, I was just kicking generally, like the air. They allowed me to vote again. Now, I don't know which ballot they'll use. The Democrats are, you know how the Democrats are. You know how the Democrats are. They'll probably use the other ballot. So I walk back in there and I vote. Who do I vote for? Well, I vote. Maybe you can guess who I voted for. It's already happened. I already voted it. It's already locked in. It's already locked in. And the whole way I was walking back, and the whole way I was thinking, there's no way. There's no way that the genociders in the Democratic Party can get away with this. We have to teach them a lesson. Like, sure, we taught them a lesson in 2016, and then they went further right. But, like, maybe this time it will work. So then, I got my second ballot, and I voted. I was looking. Should I vote D? No. Should I vote R? Well, you know what? Maybe. But then I kept looking at the other parties. I was thinking, well, wait a second. How many parties are there? Then there's L, party of L. What does L remind you of? Losers. But then I found the G party. G for Jill Stein. And I was like, wait a second. Here we go again. So I'm back here. And in my mind, fresh in my mind, is this article here from Fox News about how Iran is going to nuke us. Because of Israel's genocide in the Middle East, Iran's going to nuke us. And so I thought to myself, well, genocide can't be allowed. And I read on the internet that Trump ripped up the Iranian nuclear deal. Don't know if it's true. Might not be. Might be true. Not sure. But anyway, what I did is I said, you know what? Both parties are in on this. Both fucking parties. So I voted G for Jill Stein. Because I cannot support genocide. I cannot support genocide. I can't. I won't. And that's why I voted G for Jill Stein. So anyway. Yeah. That's Iran for you. Next up in the news. What do we got? So I know that the election is in a couple days. You probably already voted, so who cares? So let's talk about something that's really important. Daylight fucking savings time. Where does the United States stand on permanent daylight savings time? Where do they stand? Now, personally, I'm sitting at the moment, but I'm open to this. Enacted / passed. I did not know that. An amount of states have passed a permanent daylight saving time. That's interesting. Pending California, that's interesting. Permanent standard time. Very interesting. Now that I actually agree with. I agree with standard time. So I'm moving to whatever state that is. What is that? Montana? I don't know. But anyway, does anyone remember when the Senate enacted, when the Senate unanimously approved a bill to end daylight saving time, clock changing, 100 votes. 100 votes. 100 fucking votes in the Senate. Can you think of another time where the Senate has voted 100-0 on anything, and these motherfuckers voted to get rid of daylight saving time, and then it just didn't happen? Because Biden was in office? You know? Interesting. So another daylight saving time draws to an end Sunday morning. So are we in standard time or daylight time now? I don't know. What the fuck's the difference? Nearly half of U.S. states have moved toward permanent Why it matters! The biannual clock shifting is a constant point of debate among Americans, with some preferring more daylight in the morning and others in the evening as DST provides. If you like more daylight, how about you just change your fucking sleep schedule? If you want more goddamn darkness in your life, got an idea. Change your motherfucking sleep schedule. All right? All right, let's keep going. The big fucking picture. It's in bold, so how else do I make it appear bold while talking? I have to say fucking, right? Anyway, lawmakers or voters in 20 states have approved some form of permanent daylight saving time. I thought it was savings time. No, wait. That's a coupon for a grocery store when I was 5. Anyway, according to the National Conference of State Legislators, but states can only adopt permanent DIST with an act of Congress, meaning these measures are effectively moot, absent federal action. See, that's what I fucking thought. Flashback! We're going back in time. We're going back in time. We're out of here. We're out of here. We're going back in time. The U.S. Senate passed a permanent DIST bill back in 2022, but it sat idle thereafter, and even the Senate version passed in controversial fashion. Controversial meaning 100 votes. The intrigue. 2 states, Arizona and Hawaii, have year-round standard time. California voters approved permanent DIST back in 2018 via ballot measure, but state lawmakers there haven't yet passed the required legislation. Many states that have passed measures related to permanent DIST are still sorting out how it would actually work, and some have passed it contingent on neighboring states following suit. The bottom line. Whether or not we muck with the clocks, there will always be less total daylight for us northern hemisphere dwellers in the winter. You cannot fight orbital mechanics. And it's interesting that it says the bottom line. Because that reminds me of when I went to go vote for the 3rd time. And I had the choice of early voting on the 2nd floor of this other building or the 1st floor. And instead I chose, you know what? I don't have the time or the energy. I've already gone back and forth 3 times today to go upstairs. I'm going to vote in the bottom line. So I'm sitting there ready to vote for a 3rd time. Ready to vote for a 3rd time. That's where I'm sitting there. And I was thinking, well, actually I was standing in line, and I was thinking to myself, daylight saving time just came to an end. I got another hour of sleep tonight. Ah, fuck. I got another hour of sleep because of daylight saving time. And I was thinking to myself, well, if I got another hour of sleep because of daylight saving time or savings time, I don't know. If I got another hour of sleep, and then I was thinking, wait a second, who's president right now? Kamala Harris. So then I was thinking, wait a fucking second. I fucked it all up. I should have voted for her the first time. I was happily sleeping, worried to death about waking up in the morning so that I could go early vote. And then while I was sleeping, unbeknownst to me, Kamala Harris, who's president, so she gets the credit, changes the clock so that I get an extra hour of sleep. So she changes the clock. And I'm thinking to myself, and I just fucking voted for Trump like an idiot. Or no, did I vote for Jill Stein last time, I think? I don't know. No, I think I voted for Jill Stein. Anyway, whatever. And so then I'm like back in line. I'm in the bottom line, by the way. What the fuck? Where am I? Oh, I'm in the bottom line. On the first floor. Bottom line. And I'm thinking to myself, shit, well, these guys are going to fucking laugh out loud in my face when I ask for a third ballot. So I'm thinking to myself, what do I do? I got to vote for Kamala. I've already voted twice. What the fuck do I do? So I bust out my cell phone. I'm thinking to myself, all right, I know who I can call. So I was on the phone for about 2.5 hours. And I was talking to one of my buddies. And I'm not going to say their name. They happen to be an illegal alien. Some people call them immigrants. And this illegal alien was saying, oh, you want to vote for a third time? Don't worry. I got you covered. And I was thinking to myself, what? Wait a second. I thought it was a myth that illegal aliens vote 3 times. And so I'm thinking there, I'm confused. I'm thinking, what? Wait, I was just joking in my 2-hour phone call. And so I asked them, hey, send me 5 ballots while you're at it. Shit, I'll vote a couple more times if you don't mind. So they ship me. They have some guy, my buddy who happens to be an illegal alien, beams down from some flying saucer 5 new ballots. Thinking to myself, what the fuck? I'm voting 7 times now. I didn't even realize that. And so then I'm thinking, well, shit, if the Democrats are going to hand out 5 ballots to everyone that knows an illegal alien, well, fuck! Shit! Donald Trump was right. And so that's when I walked in there and dropped off my 5 ballots for Donald Trump. Because I thought to myself, Donald Trump would end daylight saving time. And as I was sitting there on the bottom line, I had a flashback to the first time I voted. And I remember thinking how I almost fucking killed myself thinking about voting for Kamala Harris. I almost ended my own existence on this planet Earth by supporting a genocider, and I almost did it again. Can you believe it? And so I'm thinking to myself, now's the chance. Now's the fucking time. Now's the chance. Here I am sitting, 5 ballots for Donald J. Trump. Should I do it? Should I stuff in the ballots? I thought I was going to vote for a 3rd time. I ended up voting for a 7th time. And so far... No, wait. Who did I vote for the 2nd time? The first... No, wait. So, yeah. So, I voted for Kamala once. I voted for Jill Stein once, and then I voted for Trump 5 times. And then I was thinking to myself, I was thinking to myself, what about bipartisanship? We need more bipartisanship. And so as I'm sitting there thinking to myself, fuck, what about the goddamn trannies? Fuck! How could I have forgotten the fucking trannies? And I lost my shit. I broke down in tears. And I thought I made a huge mistake. I fucked it all up for all of us. I fucked it all up. So then I'm thinking, I called my friend, who happens to be an illegal alien, without giving away his name, from Haiti. And I asked him, just out of curiosity, hey, do you think you could send me 5 more ballots? I don't know, like, something happened, like, somebody caught me, and, like, I lied to him. And I said, do you think you could, just 5 more ballots, just 5 more? And they said, don't worry. And then I was thinking to myself, wait a second, I'm just out of curiosity. I'm a curious individual. Hey, what'd you have for dinner last night? And then he got real quiet. And then I was like, wait. You're from, where are you from? And then he hung up the phone. But, nevertheless, the unmarked van from the sky, the flying skies van saucer, beamed down 5 more ballots. And I swear to you, and I'm not joking. Now, again, I went back to vote for the 8th all the way up to the 12th time. All of them at once. I'm an efficient individual. So I went to vote for my 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th time. And as a supporter of bipartisanship, and as someone who voted for Kamala once, Trump 5 times, and then Jill Stein once, I thought to myself, well, shit. So I'm going to do 4 votes to Kamala so that she gets up to 5. Then I'm going to do... And that's when it hit me. What do I do with my one last ballot? I have 1 left over. I was thinking to myself, well, what we really need to do, I love bipartisanship, but then I was thinking to myself, you know what I don't like about bipartisanship? You know what I don't like about it? The duopoly. So I called up my friend, and I said, hey, I'm going to need 9 more ballots. Because I realized something. Not only do we need to support tri-partisanship, we need to support quad-partisanship. Or whatever that word would be. If they let us have that many parties. So then I filled out 4 more votes for Jill Stein. And then I was thinking to myself, well, shit, there's like 12 other parties here. Where do I give my 5 other ballots? Should I give my 5 ballots to the Conservative Party? Maybe. Should I give them to the Libertarian Party? Maybe. And then I was scrolling down the candidate list, the parties, and then I saw the Justice for All Party. Anyone hear about this one? Justice for All Party? And I was thinking to myself, well, hallelujah. Doesn't that fucking sound amazing? The Justice for All Party? Don't you want justice for all? So I was sitting there, standing actually. Well, actually, no. No, I was sitting. And so I was sitting there thinking to myself, well, I want justice for all. I got 5 extra ballots here that I need to fill out. Fuck it. 5 votes to the Justice for All party. Because ultimately, again, the Democrats and the Republicans are so divisive. And obviously, all lives matter. And so I was thinking to myself, well, shit, I'm going to go vote for the Justice for All party. And then I was thinking, well, fuck. Really, ultimately, what I've done here, because I support quad partisanship, I did 5 votes for Kamala, 5 votes for Stein, 5 votes for Donald, and 5 votes for Cornell. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a fucking second. So I bust out my calculator, right, on my phone. I have a phone app. And I think to myself, fuck me, I'm an idiot. 5 votes for 4 separate parties mean they all go up by the same amount, which means I basically didn't even vote in the first place. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. So then I was struggling. I called my friend who's an illegal alien. And I asked him, nothing, because he wouldn't pick up. He wouldn't fucking pick up. He blocked my number. This illegal alien that I know, who gave me 20 ballots, for those of you that are just joining us. Turns out, I reached my maximum. Actually gave me 19 ballots, and the maximum is 19. Very strange, I thought. Very strange. 20 would make a lot more sense, but hey. So then I thought to myself, well, shit, I gotta vote for someone else. Just so it's not all canceling each other out. I gotta vote for somebody else. But then I was thinking, fuck. Not only do I need to find another ballot, which is hard enough, but then I need to fucking think about who to actually fucking vote for. Let me take a moment here. A little parched. So I'm thinking to myself, what group of people is most likely going to vote against their best interest? But I didn't want to go too far down that road. So instead, I took a side road. Some would call them an alleyway. I went through the alleyway and I met a very kind person. Someone with no home. You could call them homeless. You could call them houseless. I don't know what you could call them. And they said to me, can you spare some change? And I said, I'm trying my best here, brother. And I said, hey, did you vote? And he said, no, he hasn't voted. But he got his mail-in ballot. And then I asked him, wait a second, how did you get a mail-in ballot if you're homeless? And then he told me, that's when he told me that the Democrats were just handing them out. Are you homeless? Take a ballot. Do you have a home? Just say yes to being homeless. Take a ballot. They were handing them out. So I thought to myself, well, obviously we shouldn't let homeless people vote. So I'm going to take that ballot off your hands. I gave him about 14 cents, but actually it was 4 cents. The dime was fake. It was a Chuck E. Cheese dime. Was it Chuck E. Cheese's? I don't know. It's Chuck E. Cheese's dime. Let's just put it that way. And I took that ballot off his hands. And then I thought to myself, well, shit. Now's the time. Who the hell do I vote for? This is going to be, for those of you who don't know at home, this is going to be my 20th vote. Or my 21st vote. I'm thinking to myself, well, shit, again. 5 votes for Kamala, 5 votes for Jill, 5 votes for Donald, 5 votes for the Justice for All party. Too good to be true. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what the hell? I got 1 vote here. Who the hell do I vote for?